Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Tonight, we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Jets. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They begin with a run by Middle. And right away, he lost the football.
We got this.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Well, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Miller. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So first and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Mahomes. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
That's it, baby. You don't over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line. You go, side.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. This is Grant. And an alley to run. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. On first and 10, Darnold. That's complete to John Ross. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. This is Carson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Hey, Charlie!
Darnold on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Completes it to Aguilar. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Nelson Aguilar with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
The previous play is under review.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Darnold from the gun. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing now is Mahomes. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They have a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just lock people down.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 44, Darnold. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Darnold now nearly perfect, 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Here's Carson, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards the pickup there.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there that sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
2nd and 5 now. Darnold got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Nelson Aguilar with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There can be plenty more before this game is over.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. On 2nd down now, it's Miller. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Grant. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Jets punter now. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw right side here. Complete. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 7. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And that will come the offense as they take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Five. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Here's Darnold. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, high 7. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Wide open receiver, complete. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Darnold now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Darnold to throw again. It's caught by Aguilar. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. Darnold now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. To the air again, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we reach. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Back to throw, Darnold. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold. And he coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. The 40. The 30. 10. 5. return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Recon, 132 final. Check. First down.
On first down, Carson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Corey Littleton there on the tackle. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position, now facing third down. To throw is Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Mahomes to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, it's Miller. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Draw play. This is Miller. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's Miller. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and On second down now, it's Grant, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On first down, it's Darnold. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, second and 10. Here's Darnold. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
Throwing here on third down. Darnold. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Mahomes will bring him up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now here's Mahomes. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. That catch good for 5. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right? And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now it's Mahomes again, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first, and it's third down now. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Darnold tried to drop one in, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, and it's third down.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
58 to Mike, 58. Hey, Alpha. So don't say nothing.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Got a man, it's Brown.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Darnold completes it, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. It's complete to Grant, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. We're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, Park?
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter. But 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right?
I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Jets, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.
Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog,